Kanye West said what he thinks about the fact that several of his big partnerships have ended in recent weeks because of his anti-Semitic comments, and as a result of his actions, the rapper and businessman lost fashion deals with Adidas and Balenciaga. He also lost partnerships with the talent agency Creative Arts Agency CAA and the Hollywood production company and financiers MRC. Ye responded to the fallout today in what seems to be his recently reactivated Instagram account. He said, "The money is not who I am." Welcome to your channel Sizzling Gossip, your gossip point. So without any more delay, let's dive in. Adidas said that West's recent comments and actions are unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and that they go against the company's values of diversity, inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. This is why they no longer have a contract with him. Last month, his Yeezy brand's deal with Gap also came to an end. At the time, the Wall Street Journal said that West's lawyers were the ones who ended the deal, but on Tuesday, Gap said that West's recent comments and behavior are the reason why the contract is no longer valid. Antisemitism, racism, and hate in any form are unacceptable and against their values, the brand statement went on to say. The New York Times also said that the Good Life singer's contract with Def Jam Recordings ended when the Donda album came out in 2021. The BBC said that in September, JP Morgan Chase stopped doing business with the rapper and asked West to move his accounts out of the bank by November 20th. So what are West's assets right now and how much do they cost? West started working with Adidas in 2013. On Tuesday, Forbes said that West's deal with Adidas made up $1.5 billion of his net worth, even though the musician has said the partnership was worth $4.3 billion. In March 2021, Bloomberg said similar things, writing that the deal was worth between $3.2 billion and $4.7 billion. The publication also said that ending the deal will cost Adidas up to $247 million in lost profits. The deal between his Yeezy brand and Gap, which was announced in 2020, was meant to last for 10 years and bring $1 billion in sales each year. But the Yeezy Gap in-store launch date kept getting pushed back. According to the New York Times, only 2 products were made and sold online before the line was canceled in September. Aside from his first deal with Gap, West also made a deal with Balenciaga to make a line of clothes called Yeezy Gap Engineered by Balenciaga that will be sold at Gap in January 2021. No one knew how much his contract with a high fashion brand was worth. In an interview with Bloomberg in September, West said that he already had plans to go it alone and end his deals with Gap and Adidas. West told Bloomberg, "No one should be put in a position where someone can steal from them and say, 'We're just paying you to shut up.' Now it's Ye's turn to start a new business. There won't be any more companies between me and the audience." West and his Good music label had a deal with Def Jam, but it was unclear how much it was worth. However, the rapper's income from music seems to have gone down in recent years. Since 2014, when the over $31 million earning Yeezus tour ended, the musician hasn't been on a full-length concert tour. His next tour, the St. Pablo tour, reportedly made over $51 million. However, at the end of the tour, West canceled nearly 24 dates because he was stressed and tired and gave ticket holders their money back. Since then, he hasn't done many traditional concerts. Instead, most of his shows are one-offs and Sunday services, which he said cost him $50 million on an episode of Nick Cannon's podcast in 2020. Last year, West also pulled out of a big show he was supposed to do at Coachella. West's contract with Def Jam ended, so he released his most recent album, Donda 2, only on a $200 device called a stem player. Okay folks, that's it for today's video. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to get the latest updates about the freshest and interesting content that we keep on posting. I'll see you guys next time.